What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 89 of my Total Warhammer 3 Boris Ursus and Zinnoviev campaign. So we left off last time with several locations where we have potential for battles. Alexander Kostina's here defending Vrag against a full stag belonging to Pinporks the Truissant, and we may or may not stay here, we may or may not run or sally out, I haven't decided as yet. Boris has also caught up to the Baleful Prince here, so we should be able to get a battle going against him shortly. And Yerogni is completely surrounded by a lot of armies. This one might land next turn, in which case we should probably ambush here, as I doubt we'll be able to reach him. But, ooh, we'd suffer attrition, but probably still worth the ambush, I would think. You know what, let's set this up right now while we're at it. Let's say right there. And we are indeed in range, so hopefully this guy will just land right here in the hopes of attacking the Forbidden Citadel and then promptly get ambushed and destroyed by Yerogni's force. We'll see if that works out. Anyway, Boris, we will fight with you in a second. Let's just check what else we have to do. Last time we were able to take Marienburg, and well, we'll soon be setting up a new cash cow there, but there's still plenty of territories in the Wasteland and the remnants of the Ogre faction, or the Disciples of the Maw faction that we still have to deal with. Tsarina Katerin, you need to move up to Castle Alexandrinov as we... Yeah, you know what? I was about to say we could move here and not suffer attrition, but we should probably just march up there as fast as we can. The problem is obviously these guys are taking all these ruins before we can get to them, and I really would prefer that we have Castle Alexandrinov and not our allies. Alrighty, actually wait, while we're here, Assassin, you have stuff, right? Yeah, you do. Okay, we're good. Just wanted to double check that. Anyway, who else needs to move? Marat Fedosov, you can actually start moving. We are going to be attacking these guys shortly, so let's move you in here. Between the episodes, I did in fact summon a hero for you, but she's going to be a tech thief slash support unit for this army. A little bit of both as we go, because she will be stealing tech until we can attack. Because we're not going to attack immediately until Boris comes back here. So we'll see about that one. Alrighty, so that's that. Then... Svetlana Oritsto, you're still holding the line. You know what? Go and grab this mysterious island and come back. We will probably get another mortar if we can, or let's get Power of Prescience. Favorable winds and a little bit of treasury. Not exactly what we wanted, but better than nothing.
Speed, I say.
Move back to Syoktraken, please. At the very least, we should have gotten some XP out of it, or did we? I don't know. Alrighty, construction time, income from buildings, good. Yeah, I forgot that you provide quite a bit of income from buildings. If we were to put you somewhere that generates a ton of cash, this would be really useful. Anyway, who else needs to move this time? Money does not need to move, and I believe it's just Boris left. Alrighty, so let's do a quick battle. I think this army is relatively... Yeah, this army's pretty weak, so I think we'll save the cinematic battle for any battles after this, like Alexander Kostina's, for example. We'll fight this one regular style. Alrighty, here we go. Yeah, it's in March stance, plus it's quite weak. I don't see them standing anything like a chance, though. I guess we shouldn't get cocky, because that's when bad things happen. Or exciting things, depending on how you look at it. I think you're a Slaneshi as well, aren't you? Which would be ironic considering you don't have any Slaneshi units in your roster at all here. Alrighty, so start deployment, and let's pop you guys up, let's say, all the way back here. Alright, move you aside from each other a little bit. Let's set up the bears. This should be fairly simple. Group 5, 1, 2... Actually, you guys can be part of group 2, like so. And we're not gonna do anything crazy, so you can move in with the group like this. Boris, you can be out front because you don't care. You guys can move out here and maybe gun down some flies, or possibly that burning chariot that's over here. Make you group, let's say, 4. Make you group 3. And there we go, that looks good to me. Start battle. Let's have you fire on this Beast of Nurgle here. And you fire on this Rotfly unit. You guys move in this way. And speed it up a little bit. I'd auto-resolve it, but I've kind of somewhat learned my lesson with regards to auto-resolve, and the fact that our war sleds would all die to the auto-resolve, so I ain't really willing to risk it. Okay, you know what? Let's target that burning chariot. Boris, move out of the way a little bit so it doesn't actually do too much damage to you. Ooh, and they're dropping with those slicing shards onto our chariot, or our war sleds, or at least they're trying to. Not that it was all that effective. Let's also drop a big elemental bear right in front of their army. As opposed to, you know, the small elemental bear. And there we go. Elemental bear, just distract them as long as you can. Maybe breathe on something like that. And oh, looks like the prince doesn't want to go for Boris. Coward. Come back here. What is this cowardice? Alrighty. You guys drop here, here, and here. Looks like that burning chariot is almost dead. You can increase charge, debuffs on the enemies, and they should die shortly. How are we doing out here? You guys go after that beast of Nurgle, I suppose. And you guys have gunned down that enemy. Yes, indeed you have. So retarget that. You know what? Go for the beast. Help out with it. How's that prince looking? Not in a very good way. Ooh, also we could do a stand your ground to buff up our melee defense a little bit, and you can heal up a little bit. There we go. And down goes the enemy lord. And then you three go after these plague drones, plague flies, rot flies. Every time. Every damn time. Are they trying to go after the little groms? What are you doing here? Looks like they are. That's cute. And it's absolutely adorable. Boris, go help out with them. In fact, you could use your shard blade while near. And we'll just send more bears in. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's get you guys away. Looks like the enemy has decided that they want to go after our... okay, fine. Go back here, please. Garbage skirmish mode isn't going to help us all that much. Let's wait until the rotflies are dead. And you know what? Afterwards, we can start moving in the Zargar to their main army. You two, start targeting that great unclean one while you're at it. And you guys keep moving out here. Shouldn't be too much trouble. There we go. All of them done for. Let's move you guys back in. You guys back in. You guys start moving towards the main line, I think. Way more of the enemy are chasing that thing down than I was expecting. Boris, go charge the great unclean one. Let's lead them over here. The rotfly should be dead due to fire from the war sleds shortly. Even if they can drop down among them, they're still taking shots. Oh, and these are actually plague drones, not just rotflies. Lovely, or they were anyway. Now they're nothing. Now they're just a wet spot on the ground. Alrighty, how's that great unclean one looking? Starting to take some damage from those little groms, but Boris will make sure that that is increased considerably. Oh, damn, one of our Zargar died. Boris, buff yourself up with regards to Foe Seeker. And you might as well use Fury of Ursun. Let's give him a buff as well. Let's get that Frostblade going. Actually, all of you, group up and attack. Group 3, group up and attack. I don't think we need to wait much more. Great unclean one should be done for, and you guys charge into melee here and here. There we go. Go up to those plague bearers, please. And looks like the enemy... I keep wanting to say Lord. Keep thinking it's an exalted great unclean one. But yeah, that thing... Oh, wow. Doesn't stand much of a chance. I don't know what the hell it was doing there. Doesn't stand much of a chance against Boris, much less Boris with support fire. And down it goes. Okay, you guys... Ooh, stop firing. Oh, they probably just killed a bear, didn't they? Yeah, they totally did. A bear is dead here, and that was probably from the little Grom. More bears died to our little Groms than to the enemy, but that's pretty typical, I gotta admit. Alrighty, fortunately we're also in our own territory, so we won't have to waste time with Salyak's lullabies. Just finish the battle up as quickly as possible. And there we go. Alrighty. I did say this one would be super easy. Honestly, I feel like a lot of the time the AI is better off just standing and fighting rather than getting caught in march stance and then obviously obliterated as it starts off tired. Hopefully we can find a proper battle for somebody, like Alexander Castina. We'll see what happens there. I think we're gonna end the turn... Ooh, 3,000 money? We need the money right now, so we'll definitely take that. Ooh, and we got a Balalaika of the Arari. Very nice pickup. Melee and attack defense buff, +5 each. I love it. We'll have to figure out who to give that to, and in fact, it would probably benefit this new army more than anybody else. You currently have the Steppe Hunter's Horn. I was gonna go double up on that, but if we get a Balalaika of the Arari, that might be preferable. At least on one of you. We will also want to level you up while we're at it, because you're about to fight next turn, or the turn after the... Well, no, it has to be next turn. Depending on where the enemy army goes, I suppose. If the ambush fails, they might run away. Or they might fight us. We'll see. Either way, I think we want either Inviolable or Soothsaying. Let's start with Soothsaying while we only have one Patriarch here, and then maybe we'll change that up. Otherwise, I believe that's everybody other than Alexandra Castina, and I don't want to move her right now, just in case. I would rather heal up to full, obviously, than fight with 2 on each of the light war sleds. If this guy sieges us, we won't be able to heal, but we will be able to drag out the garrison and, you know, use them as cannon fodder to fight that. So I think either way we're good. Yeah, just stay here. A bad thing that might happen is this guy might go into teleport stance, go down here, and then try to go after Black Fang. It really depends on if we can catch him or not. I guess we'll see. And we will see. Let's just double check if there's anything to build. I believe I built everything that needs to be built between the episodes other than you, because you were too expensive. But now that Boris has got us like 10k from what he did, I guess that's pretty okay. Even if it is still crazy expensive. But this is going to be one of our cash cow provinces, so we might as well just keep generating that cash. Anyway, I believe that's it. Let's skip the rest of this. Hero not moved. Oh, that's just money. Money doesn't need to move. Outposts don't need to be built as our allies are still not good enough. Although here's hoping, now that these guys are here, that they will be able to build something that allows them to build artillery. So it's not only Wissenland that we're relying on. Alrighty, now we can end the turn. Well, let's see what you do, Pinforks. Oh, I don't want to look at you, Ventress. You've been out there for ages. Stop it. Whatever it is, and... Ooh, hello, what do we have here? Oh. Urogni's getting no, you know what? We're gonna fight this. Why? Because if we, you know what? If we auto-resolve, all of our war sleds will die. Well, not all of them, but enough of them, because auto-resolve is really stupid about the war sleds. I really need them to fix that, because it's extremely irritating. But yeah, if the enemy's gonna try to go into the escape area anyway, we'll just set up a bunch of gunners outside the escape area and deal with them that way. Our artillery will be able to take them down, and then hopefully we won't lose our war sleds that way. Dumb as the concept is. Alrighty, we'll set them up. Where's the escape area? Right here. Alrighty, so Little Grom's right there. And then you guys right in front of them. I'm hoping you can both reach the enemy. Yes, indeed you can. We will set up a couple Streltsy like so. And then we'll set up a line. For deployment, please. You are Tempest, yes? Yes. Wait. Yes, okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll set you guys up like so, in blobs. And the enemy might react to this. You know what? Screw it, just set up the Streltsy here as well. And just like that. Urogni out front. We'll do this. And if they attack us, they attack us. I don't see too much of a problem with this. And then move you guys back a little bit. Patriarch out there as well. And you know what? You can be out there as well. Screw it. Like so. Urogni out front. I'm only fighting this to reduce casualties, so I hope we don't start racking up casualties instead. And I believe that's everybody. I just want to double check a couple things. Would you be better off standing like this, perhaps? Maybe. I just want enough space for the Streltsy to fire through. Oh, there's a little hill here, which might hurt the Streltsy, but... They do have extra range. We could move them back a little bit like so. And then what we could do is we could move them a little bit closer to each other, like so. And then what we could do, wait, is move you guys here, And here, doesn't really matter how. And we'll just use a buff from you. Alright, good enough for me. Start battle, deploy, use Gem of Truce or Gust of True Flight right there on the Streltsy. There we go. You guys gun down the enemy lord? I know, the enemy's doing a good job actually turning towards us rather than just doing nothing. Alright, Uragni and Co. charge. I want you to use Hawks of Miska right there in front of the enemy. Ooh, are these guys gonna land? No, they're gonna drop. Alright, Patriarch and Co. just charge. Just distract the enemy. Uragni, charge. There we go, there's the Hawks. Okay, don't run into your own Hawks of Miska, please. Oh, is it moving towards our line? I've been really having bad luck with vortexes in the third game as compared to the second. Well, our casualty reducing concept has been pretty successful, I think. Oh, that poor army. Oh, we didn't even really need to do anything. It is Uragni's army, though, so it's not surprising. Funny. They just melted so quickly. I mean, hey, it's an ambush. More importantly, I want to see what Pinforks the Truescent does. I wasn't even expecting this one to happen. Let's take the cash because, well, it's not like we got damaged. And aha, we got another ambush, and this one, a proper ambush that I think we can fight cinematically because this army actually needs to get itself a fight going. Let's give a Razor Standard to, let's say, one of these guys because they need the extra damage more than the great swords do, and we'll fight this cinematically. First ambush for you, Svetlana Stefanovich. Don't screw it up. Alrighty, here we go, Svetlana's first battle, though it does look like she's not gonna give a speech, but that's okay. Now, I definitely did want to test out this army in terms of seeing what weaknesses it has and whether we have to modify the army, but unfortunately this is probably not going to be the right battle for this, as obviously the enemy is getting ambushed. Plus, I think the weaknesses are relatively obvious. We probably do want more Warbear Riders. The Snow Leopards kind of will replace them for this particular battle, but in the future, only having 2 cav units is a little bit iffy. But to be fair, this is meant to be an infantry army so that, you know, there's themes going on, and I don't want the armies to look the same, so it is what it is. Ah, look at those blocks of Zargard moving in, I love it. Moved in the Zargard with great weapons behind the Zargard with shields so that they can dish out more damage, and it'll be a just straight up battle between them. And this is partly why I wanted a battle like this. I always enjoy fights that look like this, just massive infantry blobs. It's also very nice that the enemy doesn't have any casters because we don't have to worry about our poor Zargard getting ripped apart. We also have a fairly good position for our Ice Guard up here. They've started on top of these hills and basically destroyed the spawn of corn as the Warbear Riders essentially stopped them while the Ice Guard essentially started shooting them in the back. Going pretty good already. Plus we have our 2 units of Snow Leopards trying to tie up the enemy's Skull Cannons. It's working in, I think, that looks like it's working in both situations. So yeah, getting some value out of those Snow Leopards. It looks like the enemy has moved in some of those spawn of corn to block said Snow Leopard, who's taken a few of those Ice Guard hits. Fortunately, we don't really care about whether they live or die because obviously we want to, we want to replace them with several things. Alrighty, and damn, this battle is going by quick. Ooh, Zargard versus Warriors of Corn, yes. This is what I want to see. Very appropriate. Definitely artwork worthy. Alrighty, summoned Elemental Bear right in the middle of their forces. The enemy Lord is still at full HP, but the enemy army is just about dead. Their losses have been pretty horrendous at a little bit over half already, and most of their units are dying. We also have our little Groms bombarding them the entire time, and no unit is looking to try to escape, which, you know, is appropriate. Finally, an army that isn't immediately trying to escape and is actually giving us a fight, and it is appropriate because it is, of course, a Khorne army. Too bad our Ice Guard don't have glowing blue weapons, or our Tzar Guard rather. The Ice Guard do. Maybe we need to see a battle between Ice Guard and Exalted Bloodletters. Although this Exalted Bloodletter stack is not gonna last much longer, as it looks like the army has begun its chain route and all of the units are gonna melt. Extremely quick battle, less than 2 minutes from engagement. Oh, there we go. Oh, Ice Guard, you probably shouldn't be shooting this guy because he'll probably kill more of the Tzar Guard than we would otherwise lose, because, you know, none of the Tzar Guard would die. And there we go. Very, very easy. I think the only units that really took some damage are a couple of Tzar Guard, but to be fair, they charged the enemy line directly. And this unit of Warbear Riders did lose a few models and lost about half HP, though that's what the Salyak's Lullabies are for. Huh. Actually, a surprising amount of damage considering they were fighting Chaos Spawn of Khorne. I would think that Chaos Spawn wouldn't be as good at fighting a unit of Warbear Riders, but to be fair, there were 3 units of Chaos Spawn together, so they probably had help from multiple units rather than one-on-one. Still, I would like to see that fight at some point in a one-on-one format. Anyway, we're gonna chase down as many units as we can, and it looks like we're gonna get them all. The Snow Leopards are certainly helpful with that as well, although not as helpful as the Warbear Riders. There we go, an obviously decisive victory with very few losses, and even then the losses wouldn't matter because we're in our own territory, so we'd heal up to full anyway. Alrighty, not too bad at all for a first ambush for Svetlana Stefanovich and the infantry army, though it will get a little bit more infantry heavy as we get another Patriarch instead of one of the Snow Leopards. Got a free Gleaming Pennant out of it, but we don't care about that. A very solid amount of XP though, so we might get a few levels. We don't need to heal because we're in our own territory, so we're just gonna pardon those captives, and we'll have to figure out where to move. Now, it looks like neither of the Tzeentch forces attacked, or at least this one didn't. Oh, it looks like you sieged. Oh, that's interesting. Kugath is here. Kind of with a garbage army, but the fact that you sieged is a little bit interesting. Slash annoying. Annoying because we didn't heal, but more so because Kugath is here. He's got, let's see, 3 Soul Grinders of Nurgle. Okay, well, we're gonna fight this at the very least. Ally mobilized against settlement, that's fine. Ostlin, that's fine. Serena Katrin receives a plague, of course. I'm getting real sick and tired of that garbage. And wait, what? Oh, this isn't the kind of plague that causes attrition? Well, then never mind. I don't mind that at all. Please, plague us up with the non-attrition-y plagues. Alright, Veteran Warrior, Shield of Talos, Kislev Kassar, enemy killed in battle. Bunch of those blood feasters. Faction claims a soul, summon besieged Carrick Vrag, that's fine. Free Giant Blade if we assassinate who? Somebody back here. The counter. Is there any assassin near you? You're kind of near. Go over there, assassin. Go kill the counter. Free Giant Blade. Free blue item after all. And where are you going, other Pinforks the Truescent? Your army is actually kind of... Well, it's actually not bad. I mean, the Flamers, but more importantly, the Soul Grinders would be very difficult to deal with if it's like Sioktraken without a army in it. But with an army, I think we'll be okay. Might as well upgrade some stuff while we're here, including Sioktraken itself. Winter Pyre, you're gonna need that Market Square. And hello, we got an Ataman thing going. Oh, Ataman, that'll be you. Oh, the new guy. Fiscally... That's a plus 20%. Oh my. Oh, I love this guy. Okay, so it looks like it was actually a gift from Ursun that the previous guy died, because this is now a very good Patriarch. And wait, who are you? Are you another new guy? 5%. Reverend Patriarch, Ice Court Informer. Let's go with Ice Court Informer. It doesn't matter. Yeah, just stay faithful to Zarina. Now, the fact that you have a 20% bonus, let's see, you have 15. Yeah, we're gonna put you somewhere else after this. Definitely not into the 2500 spot. We'll have to see where the second most money-making territory is. It might be here, and then we'll put you there afterwards. It'll probably be Marienburg, actually, now that I think. No, it'll probably be Sylvania. It could be either one. Sylvania or Marienburg. They're both going to generate quite a bit of cash after they're done doing stuff, so we'll wait on that one. Alrighty, and we got some Ice Court stuff as well. Stalker and Unbreakable. I don't like either one. Infantry-focused or cavalry-focused? We already did an infantry-focused one. Let's try cavalry-focused, although I do think that we're already getting a cav-focused army. We could always get a better one, so we'll see. Now, you have killed that enemy army, haven't you? So the question is what to do with you. We could try to move you up here to swap you out with Uragni, which would allow him to, you know, go on a conquest spree. I kind of like that idea. Let's start moving this way. We'll probably need to recruit somewhere. Ooh, reminds me. Vanguard, garbage. We need another Patriarch in this army, but, you know, not a garbage one, ideally. Svetlana, just wait. We'll see what Pinforks does. If he attacks Krakadrak... Yeah, Krakadrak will be fine, unless he sieges it for a long time, but then you could wander up to him and attack him. If he attacks Sioktraken, I think it'll still be fine. I'm not worried about this. Let's see what else we got going on for us. Beledna the Defender. Where are you going, Henry Albrecht? Please don't go for Fort Bergris. I'll be very, very annoyed if you do. Don't you guys have a target? Go and target Gristle Valley. Yeah, go, take this stuff. Ooh, although tusks and dyes would be helpful for us. Very much so, but I really want Fort Bergris. What's the likelihood that this guy can take it? By himself, non-existent. So I guess, Beledna, rather than going for Gorcel, which I would prefer to do right now, you're going to go after Fort Bergris next turn. So go here, please. And we're going to hope that there's no Ogre stack here somewhere. Marienburg, immediately build a breastworks. I know that you need growth, but we'll deal with that later. You can start assassinating their heroes. 62%? Yeah, just go for it. Hopefully you don't die. Failure. Tech Thief. Don't become Tech Thief the Failure. You don't want that. Ah, Grim Duras has walls. Oh, wow. An Ogre territory with walls? That's unusual. I guess Carrick Ziflin does as well. Alrighty, in the meantime, Boris, you know what? I think we're gonna move you up to Carrick Vrag. We might have to have you help deal with Kugat before moving up here and destroying this little ogre faction, which will mean you're gonna take a little bit longer to do what I wanted you to, but it is what it is. Tech Thief, go up here, start annoying these ogres back here shortly. And ideally we'll actually want another assassin here at some point to start dealing with all this garbage. Way too many enemies doing stuff, and they're high level too. Alrighty, Great Hall of Greasus. We need money, we need walls, we need markets. Money, walls, markets, and level up Krakatan as well. Oh, actually no. I mean somewhere that has... Oh wait, these things won't give us walls, will they? It'll just buff up their defenses, so it doesn't really matter then, if we can't get walls. Nonetheless, Amble Peak is the furthest away, so we're gonna go with Amble Peak. Black Fang do the same, and Marketer Senna Palisade. This is all too close to enemy territories and ruins and stuff, so let's not risk that. Alrighty, who else do we have left here? Makari Rebikov. I forgot why I summoned you. You're another assassin, ain't you? Knowledgeable. At least you're going to be a temporary assassin. Okay, I'm going to rename you to Assassin then, so I don't get confused, as I have a tendency. Maybe we'll delete you afterwards, but for now, an assassin is required. There we go. Alright, let's move the other assassins. Is there anybody for you to kill nearby? No, it looks like we got most of the enemy agents back here, which means we can move you northward, or maybe even this... Well, I suppose if you guys spot spots, then yeah, that'll be good. There's a lot of heroes coming down here. Hopefully they're wounding each other. They're at war with each other, after all. Alrighty, next assassin. Hey, you, my friend, have no agent to kill back here. Alright, start moving north. Alright, you, Beledna, need to keep stealing tech. Pretty good chance. Ooh, a free smuggler income from trade +6, I will take it. Gonna give it to somebody else though, obviously, not you, because you're out of space. And Ursun's protection. Principle of the thing. Assassin, can you hold that smuggler for us? Gina Informant. Can't play outside via Vagabond. You know what? Let's remove the Vagabond, I guess. Oh, no, we can keep the Vagabond and remove the Priest of Tal. Damn it. Okay, Vagabond back. And then we'll give you a Smuggler. I assume you guys can take Smugglers? Yes, beautiful. It's all Patriarchs with those. I wonder what that says. Now, Urogny. You can attack Mr. Koeus over here, but he will probably be able to move out of range, unfortunately. And it looks like he didn't want to land for whatever reason. We could also try backing off. I'm not sure what'll happen. Yeah, try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And oh, he actually... Huh. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Do we need to fight this? Ah. You know, this feels like a waste of time battle, but once again, if we auto-resolve, half our army will die. Alrighty, we'll fight this. I'm not happy about it. We're just gonna do this regular style, and then if we can get one more battle with Alexander Castina, that'll be the episode. That one we'll do cinematically, of course. This one does have 4 Lords of Chains, as well as 2, well, actually plus 5 Lords of Change if you count the Exalted, plus the 2 Soul Grinders. But still. Despite all that, not all that concerned. Let's move you guys here and here. Yeah. You follow the bear. Urogny out front, you fear nothing. You guys back here. We're gonna bump up your accuracy and your range. And you can stand here with the main-ish line. Main-ish line. We need to spread out this time because the enemy has casters in abundance. Which means they'll be bombarding us and causing infantry damage. Okay, I'm not super happy about the way we have to use the Streltsy. On the bright side, though, the big boys, the big birds, rather, are flyers, which means we should be able to gun them down anyway. Now, did they have any Knights of Tzeentch here? Like regular Knights of Tzeentch? I'm not seeing any, just some Doom Knights. Okay, so that's fine. I also want to keep 2 Armored Kossar units back here and here near you guys in case the Doom Knights try to land on you. And that's about it. Maybe even move you guys apart a little bit more. I hate that bombardment. Not willing to let them get all the kills via that. And then obviously we do still have our War Sleds, which can be out front. Like so, together with the Urogny. You guys can be group... I think you all group... you all group 3. You 2 can be back here as group 2. 1 Urogny. 4. 5. There we go. Good enough. And you start with a Gust of True Flight on all of you guys. Looks like some spell work coming in already. Knock down those Doom Knights if you please, or if you can. Whereas you guys go for the Exalted Pink Horrors. Alrighty, beautiful. 3 Doom Knights already fallen. The LED bug is really out in force today. Look at all those big birds. Can't see what the hell is going on screen. Nothing new though. Ooh, I like that. Is that a carved skull or is it an ossified thing? I don't know. Could be bone turned to stone. Anyways, the enemy army coming towards us yet? No, looks like they're just sitting there. Well, if they're willing to wait until other Doom Knights die, I'm perfectly happy with that. You guys don't move forward. The enemy will move forward eventually while they are continuously bombarded by our little Groms. In fact, they're probably going to start shortly. And as soon as they do move, we'll just use the Land Awakened on them. Also, let's speed up a little bit. Are they moving? Oh, and are they going to use the trees for cover? If so, good job to the enemy. I wasn't expecting that level of intelligence. Though I doubt it's on purpose. Here's what we'll do. We will summon our Elemental Bear here. Little Groms have almost destroyed those Doom Knights. A couple more shots. You breathe on this. There we go. Ah, damn those trees. Gotta hit those trees. Alright, hit those Lord of Change, please. And then you attack here, and then you attack here. You guys ready to move forward yet? Let's give more Gust of True Flight for all of you. And why are you guys moving? Can't possibly be out of range. Nah, the trees are still causing problems, though. I'm hoping some of the Lords of Change land this way. In fact, move you guys here. Around this. Really? One Doom Knight is alive, and that is making the unit still alive? Okay. Okay, game. I don't buy it, but okay. Alright, you guys get ready to attack those Lords of Change, although watch out for any casts, as they could damage you pretty heavily if you're not careful. We've seen Lords of Change do quite a bit of damage to single target entities before. Everybody else is okay, and I really don't want you guys moving any more forward. What are you trying to fire on? Or on this? You guys switch to this. Boris, stay here. Boris, Uragni, stay here. Get away from this garbage. Alright. No storms, fire which against, you know, something useful. And we got another Gust of True Flight. I would prefer, I think, to give it to... go like so. Alrighty, good. Uragni, move out. Ooh, you guys have taken some damage. Let's back off. It's probably the... yeah, it's the Soul Grinders. They do heavy damage. Oh, damn, did I slow down? My bad. I wanted to take a look at stuff, and then I forgot. There we go. Oh, here comes a cast, and right on top of one of our units. Ooh, that's gonna be hurtful. Let's heal you up immediately, and let's move you the heck out of there. Oh man, hopefully you're not instantly dead. Let's get you off the field-ish. While we continue dishing out damage. Come on, land and fight Uragni. You know you don't want to, but you know you have to. Now you guys fight this. Fire on that, fire on that. Little Grom's firing. Ooh, yes, enemy lord, land and fight Uragni. Good, you are now doomed, my friend. How's that? You guys back here, where you hopefully won't die. You guys keep annoying the enemy. Uragni should take care of the enemy lord. Let's help them out with one of these. That Lord of Change is done for. Is there any left? No. Thus, we have to fight fire on those Soul Grinders. Let's also move our War Sleds back here. Ooh, no, there is another Lord of Change back here. You need to Gust of True Flight. Let's say here. Oh man, these Streltsy need to back off as well. Damn that bombardment spell. And wow, our Frostmaiden is in pretty bad shape as well. Might need to send her forward, at the very least to get heals from the Salyak's Lullaby. Oh, is that another Vortex spell? Okay, you guys move away from that. Damn, so much spell work. Yeah, you need to run now. You need to run before you die. Probably to enemy spells again. You guys go up to the Soul Grinder. You need to just run the heck away. How's Uragni? You done with the enemy lord yet, buddy? Yeah, he's basically dead. One more hit. Alright, the Alexandra Castina battle better be worth our time here, because, yeah, alright, everybody move forward. Streltsy, we need you to actually dish out damage, because it's otherwise going to take too long to kill the Soul Grinders. They'll be able to dish out too much damage. You need to run. I thought I told you to run. But apparently, you are failing to do so. Oh, it's probably the Soul Grinders that are firing on you. Let's have you try to knock down Soul Grinders, and you try to dodge any hits from said Soul Grinders. Attack. And attack. Alright, you guys need to distract those. I thought I told you guys to run. Turn off skirmish mode. Probably what's causing problems. There we go. Now that the Streltsy are firing on those, they are dropping quick. Alright, you get back into the fight. You guys stop with the stupid column. You need to be healed up. You guys need to stop. And we should be done. Ooh. Yeah, damn, you guys almost died, too. Get you off the field because, I don't know, just in case. They said that they fixed that bug where the enemy could cast stuff even after the battle, but, you know, never trust that. Ever. Alright, you move here, move all together here, here. Enemies are gonna move off the field quite quick like this. You just get out, just get out. Just get out. Alright, then we'll speed it up to max. If I see a bombardment, I'm pressing end battle immediately. But the Doom Bolt could hit so fast that our units die. Alright, you need to get at least one Salyax. Well, we only have one Salyax left. Ah, the enemies are almost at the edge of the battlefield. Alright, heal up, and we are done. Alright, I will admit I underestimated the Tzeentch forces a little bit, though to be fair, their actual units barely did anything. It was all casts. I mean, 202 losses, there's not 202 losses here. It was all their magics. And not even the individual units' magics, but rather the spells bound to the faction, or the army. All good. At the very least, this army is dead. We got a decent amount of cash after it, and I think... Ooh, a potion of healing. Let's heal up this time rather than the money. Because we got a lot of enemies nearby, and I don't want to deal with it. Then, Uragni... Wait, you're able to reach this guy and auto-resolve him. Oh, you didn't have Perfect Vigor before? Well, this is actually a very nice pickup. Seasoned Campaigner, Campaign Movement Range, Attrition Reduction, and Perfect Vigor. Very nice. I would love to land. Yeah, you can't reach us anyway. And we're not suffering attrition while in the waters, so you know what? Go after this. Will this kill any of our units? 2, 3, 3, 3. I just want to see. 16 units. 2, 3, 3, 3.
We are Kislev.
2, 3, 3. Okay, good. Even our stupid war sled auto-resolve nonsense didn't happen. Okay. That I'm happy with. And then Uragni, don't land. Not yet, anyway. Really gotta deal with the corruption in this territory. I mean, damn. Alrighty, well, we're obviously very much quickly running out of time, but I still wanted to get this battle going, so I think we shall. We're gonna do this cinematically. I teased it, and now it would be wrong not to have this fight. We do have the benefits of having the settlement garrison help us out, though it is quite a dangerous army, and this army is very badly beat up by virtue of missing literally half of all of its heavy war sleds. Plus, we gotta consider the fact that the enemy will still have their magics, as this is another Tzeentch force. Should be another fun battle. Let's do it cinematically. Alrighty, here we go. We are absolutely taking a risk here. But what's the fun without any risks? We could absolutely wait for Boris while we stay in the settlement, allow them to siege and then destroy them via the towers. But once again, we're at a point in the campaign where we can afford to take some risks. And we do gotta be careful about that blue fire spam, because damn, he just launched 3 in like 5 seconds. Huh, or was that from different Lords of Change? Well, either way, we are going to be using the garrison as a buffer against the enemies. Obviously, the Engineers' army is pretty badly beat up with having lost half of its war sleds to... I don't remember if it was to auto-resolve or to recruitment, or not recruitment, or to colonization, but I suppose ultimately it doesn't matter. At the very least, the garrison is here to take hits from the enemy magics and charges, and that's really what we need. And damn, that's a lot. Oh, those poor units of Kosovo dervishes getting absolutely ripped apart. But still, that's a very good use of Kosovo dervishes in my opinion, as I think a single use of those magic missiles will destroy a war sled, and that's why I'm wary. In fact, these guys are going to move around to the side of the enemy, but I was hoping that they would delete the enemy's soul grinders, who are currently being fired on by our artillery. I think both in the form of the little Groms as well as our steam tanks. Looks like one of the enemy lords is actually turned here, and oh no. Alright, that's not so great. Oh, and another one immediately. Does that thing not have a cooldown at all? Damn, alrighty, well, this is exactly what I was talking about. With only 2 models per unit at this point, a 1 set or 2 sets, I suppose, of casts from the enemy Exalted Lord of Change that destroys one of those units. And damn, yeah, definitely gotta be careful. Maybe I should have kept those war sleds back even further. Oh, and it looks like the enemy is casting some stuff and moving its other Lords of Change forward. Although it looks like it's moving them towards the steam tanks, which is not a great idea. They're just trying to show off their fancy LEDs. Man, look at all those magics on the field, though. Yeah, the infantry army would really not be good at this, would it? Imagine the, imagine Svetlana Stefanovich's army against this with its giant pile of Zargard. Although the Ice Guard would certainly work. We'd have to spread out our units just massively in order to combat all of the magics, and even then, individual units would basically get destroyed by this. On the bright side, the enemy has foolishly landed here, and both of its Lords of Change are in trouble. This one's nearly dead, although you can't really see it because of the garbage LED glow. I mean, look at this. It's like nuclear glow here. I mean, damn. Over on this side, it looks like the enemy Lord of Change, as in Pinforks of Trueson himself, is chasing these light war sleds. Definitely got to be careful, which is why I'm heading them into the trees here, because he could just use that magic again and destroy those units. Looks like one of the enemy Soul Grinders is just about done for. A couple more shots will destroy it. There we go, it's in banishment. Alright, throwing their javelins back at us, though fortunately it does appear to be throwing them back at our infantry. Speaking of the infantry, they're in pretty bad shape, but who cares, they're just a garrison. It looks like one of the enemy Lords of Change has died, though the enemy has replaced them with a set of Doom Knights that have then charged the Patriarch as well as our steam tank, though obviously that's a bad idea. Over on this side, the other steam tank and our Frost Witch is busily destroying the last Lord of Change, as in non-exalted Lord of Change on the field. And down you go, buddy. Turn off those LEDs. Now. Oh, don't tell me the corpse continues to glow. Oh, that's annoying. But just as the enemy Lord of Change falls, our line buckles, as in our infantry that we brought here from the garrisons has been completely destroyed, and now it'll be up to the steam tanks as well as the lords and heroes to essentially deal with this. I also kept the Outriders out of this battle, as we saw what happened to those poor the Kosovo dervishes. I was about to say winged lancers, and I couldn't remember which cav unit it was. But they would just get instantly killed by magic, so I just don't want them here. Although they would really help with this. Maybe now would have been a good time. All good. Alrighty, and now that we're free of those Lords of Change, we're going to charge a few of our war sleds in, even though their model counts are low, into the enemy pink horrors just to stop them from firing, while the last of the Soul Grinders continues to get shot by all of our little Groms. Fortunately, at this stage, the shots are actually staggered, because they were targeting different units, and once they retargeted this, looking pretty good to me. There we go. Couldn't tell whether those hit, they just bounced off its legs like that. Alrighty, but looks like you're about to get banished as well. You got it, little Groms, a few more shots in there. We'll bring it down. I really like how when they die, they leave just this, like, scorching shadow on the ground. Otherwise, it looks like the battle is drawing swiftly to a close. The enemy troop count is down to about half. We don't know how much damage we've actually taken because we've seen garrison units hurt, plus it counts the units that we started hurt with, so that doesn't really matter. And ooh, looks like Alexandra Christina's gotten herself into something of a situation. She's at about 15% HP, surrounded by Forsaken. We really need to do something about that, and thus we'll move one of our steam tanks in while she moves away. There we go. Move those guys aside so she can get out. Move closer to our Patriarch so we can pop a Saliak's Lullaby on both our hero as well as our steam tanks, and consolidate our elites in the middle, essentially, for those heals. Steam tanks are doing really good. I think against Tzeentch, the Outriders are kind of a liability, but against everybody else, they're pretty damn decent, so it's kind of hard to say. I mean, that's kind of a good thing, though, you know what I mean? Like, a unit shouldn't be good against everything. And the whole thing of having different factions is that they shouldn't all be equally effective against each other or against all units and that sort of thing. Ooh, looks like you are down to one light war sled. Might be losing another one, though the enemy lord did finally die without managing to fully destroy one of these units. We did actually manage to keep him occupied in melee, which was pretty interesting and something I hadn't thought of before. It seems like if you charge your light war sleds, while yes, you are forced to get into melee with an exalted Lord of Change, it does seem that he's unable to cast because I guess he keeps getting hit and staggered. I don't imagine that there's a minimum range on the magic missiles. Either that or he ran out of mana. I gotta try that again just to see, because he definitely didn't cast anything while all the light war sleds were engaged with him. I think the one that died actually got killed by a unit of pink horrors that fired on it. Still a very interesting battle, though we did lose one of those light war sleds essentially in the opening of the battle. Otherwise, the garrison served us well by not allowing the enemy to touch really any of our heavy war sleds or our main units, so I'm pretty happy with that. This will allow us to hopefully heal if the Nurgle units don't annoy us. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Alrighty, well, it didn't go as well as we might have liked, I will say that, though it looks like the... Oh yeah, we lost one war sled by virtue of enemy spell work, and honestly, pretty much all of our units died via spell work, I think. Most of the kills were on Lords of Change, considerably more so, in fact, than the various Soul Grinders. And yeah, I think Blue Fires of Tzeentch, the magic missiles did just obliterate one of the war sleds, which was always a risk. It's a pretty damn good spell against the low entity units like this, and with them down to 2, you lose 2, and then bam, your unit's dead. Fortunately, though, it was a light war sled, and I wouldn't mind horribly replacing it with a heavier one. These were mostly in here because they were already high veterancy, and because of the variety, not for any other reason. Let us replenish, I think, though, because...
They warrant the lowest station.
Most likely we will get attacked by the forces of Nurgle after this. We don't have much left in the garrison, but I'm hoping that they won't immediately... attack. I'm hoping that they will just siege. It would be really unfortunate for us to lose this army, as it wouldn't be very good on the defense, A, and B, we have barely any units here that could actually stand on top of walls and have towers be activated. So the enemy would overwhelm them pretty quickly.
Storm Summoner.
We would essentially have to blob up around the steam tanks and hope that we could do something about the soul grinders. Yeah, I'm not actually sure if we could win this or whether we could. I guess what we could do is sally out the heavy war sleds and run around, hopefully sniping the soul grinders outside the gates? Maybe. Huh, that would be really interested to find out. Unfortunately, we'll have to find out next time, as obviously we are way over time. Speaking of next time, other than whatever is gonna happen here with Alexander Castina, we might get a battle up here with another Pinforks Atruescent who will probably attack somewhere. Yarogni still has plenty of stuff to do, though I don't know whether we'll get to that next time. At the very least, Tsarina Katerin will most likely be retaking Castle Alexandrinov next time, and this battle will mean... Well, actually, this is probably not worth fighting. Otherwise, Scragg's army is almost done. So one more unit in there, and he's gonna head somewhere, most likely to siege Salzenmund. Let's upgrade that. Which means maybe we'll sail out with Tsarina Katerin after taking Castle Alexandrinov to take Dietershofen and hopefully move downward and destroy Scragg while he sieges Salzenmund. I doubt that he'll straight up attack it unless the army he has is just full of Stonehorns or something like that. We'll see what's actually in the army. It's taken a suspiciously long time for him to generate his stack, so it might be something good, but we'll have to find out what it is next time, so don't forget to leave a like and comment for your friendly neighborhood heretic. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.